Prepare to be wowed. This is Shark. It's called the UltraLight. It is a incredibly powerful vacuum. It has full size upright power, but it is all in a stick vac. It's also a handheld vac, so it's a true 2-in-1. It is slim. It is ultralight. It only weighs about 12 pounds, about 3 pounds when you use it in the handheld mode, and we've got them for you. I love a powered vacuum. Don't get me wrong, we have some wonderful battery-powered vacuum. Problem is, if you need to vacuum more than 30 or 40 minutes, you got to recharge it. This is an uninterrupted power supply, and it is more powerful than any of the Shark that are in the Shark Rocket series. It's the most powerful, and really, when you think about a vacuum, that's really what matters, how powerful it is. But I said to you before, the word fins. Why is that important? Well, Megan Clementi, you're going to get to see in just a minute, is going to explain why the fins that are inside there, rather than a traditional brush roll, are so good at getting dirt up off the floor. And let me tell you this too, if you have a cat or a dog like I do, there is no better vacuum you can buy to get the pet hair off the floor. And you will never have to worry about going in there with scissors or a knife and cutting tangled hair. It can't happen when you use the fins. So really quickly, I want to show you the deal. We offer this at $259. It's a today's special. It's our post sale. We've got a handful left. It is 50% off our original price, and it is free shipping. All you need to do is choose your color. It comes in black, it comes in blue iris, and then it comes in emerald green, which is the color I would love to have. Again, easy to use, lightweight, hair, no problem. I mean, that's always been the biggest problem for vacuums, right? Things get caught in their dental floss hair. It will not happen with this. So if you tried to pick this up piecemeal with all the attachments, everything, because we're going to give you everything, all the crevice brushes, all the handheld tools, everything is included. If you tried to pick it up on your own, you're looking at $321. It's a Shark, and it's the top of the line in the Rocket series. Or what you can do is you can pay about a third of that price at $129 with free shipping. Megan Clementi, who is not only my best buddy and a good friend of mine,
Aww.
but you are so good at demoing this product. Happy holidays to
Hey.
you. And there's features in this I've never even heard of, like odor control stuff. There's all kinds of stuff with this.
We got a lot going on. The fact is that you're getting an ultra-light corded vac that weighs less than 10 pounds altogether. That's when all of this is together. When I pull this apart, less than 3 pounds in our handheld. So let me ask you, do your messes just stay on the floor? Or do they go up high, do they go down low, and they're in the middle? This is how you capture it all. I'm gonna show you right now just how we can break this down. But the idea is simple. Shark makes it really easy. We put it together, we take it apart. Right now, though, you're seeing the best part. Well, I guess you're seeing the worst thing ever.
That's a lot of hair, Megan. That's a lot of hair.
It's a lot of hair.
Wow.
A lot of hair. But the best part about this unit is those power fins that you were talking about. Watch. Okay, number one, I know this is not very exciting because a Shark always picks up hair.
Yeah.
This is what we've come to expect from Shark. But I'm gonna just take this way. I'm gonna kick this back. I want you to see this hair that's on the floor? Well, I just picked up the duplicate amount of hair. And what the exciting part is, it's not on my brush roll, you guys. That is an issue of the past. You do not have to worry about it with this ultralight because we have a self-cleaning brush roll. That is what's so exciting, is that you're not gonna have to cut away that hair ever again because its job is to clean itself.
I remember sitting there with scissors and trying to get dental floss and hair and all this.
And you're ripping it out.
And the vacuum weighed like 17 pounds and it was messy. And the vacuum itself had a smell to it because there was no really way to clean it.
Okay, so we'll totally touch on that. But this little guy, that would eliminate that smell.
So
because
that's
what it's gonna
built in.
do, it's built in. It goes right in here, and then I can turn it up for more scent and turn it back for less, but it guards against odor inside the vacuum cleaner.
Fantastic.
So the next time I turn it on, okay, I just want you to imagine this. With your typical vacuum cleaner, the exhaust is down here, and you know when you've picked up something gnarly from a couple days ago and the exhaust comes out and it's stinky, that's bad enough. But imagine, because we can take apart the handheld, now that exhaust is near our face, the last thing that we want blowing in our face is the nasty that we picked up before. We're not gonna experience that anymore because we've completely neutralized that smells with that odor puck.
I love it, and you don't get any scatter because the return is way up by your hand, so nothing is gonna scatter around, and you can see how lightweight it is.
Super
I was
lightweight.
wrong, I said 12, but I guess it's 10 pounds.
It's less than 10 pounds.
Less than 10
okay,
pounds.
so you like the power fins. Let me show you how the power fins work. I'm gonna go right behind you.
follow
But
you.
first I have to give you this because it's gross and I don't want to touch it.
Oh my God. All right.
I love Guy. He's always down to get dirty. All right, so you've got the bristle brush right now. If you have seen this before, you've had a typical vacuum cleaner, and you know, gross, that when that hair wraps tightly around, it no longer works.
Well, what it does too is it taxes the vacuum's motor.
Yes, and then you have to replace your vacuum cleaner faster.
Exactly, and it's almost like it's planned that way.
Planned obsolescence.
Burn it out. Well, because the vacuum's working harder.
It is, it is. And so we've found a way around that. We're gonna not work as hard. We're just gonna work efficiently. So instead of having something like bristles that you'll find in a broom, well, what happens when you use a broom? All these little gaps get left behind
because
space
in between
a lot of space. And even when I come back, look, I can brush hard and it gets better, but how many times can I go over the same spot before it's still not clean?
Yep.
This is where the Shark engineers said there's gotta be a better way. They said a squeegee makes direct contact from one side to the other. So if we had something more like a squeegee, then we would get everything that's on that surface at one time. So that is the difference of the PowerFins.
I mean,
look at that.
Yeah, there's a lot of dirt on there.
Yep.
And again, you know, this, look at that does.
Right.
I mean,
or
that doesn't work.
Or we can come around and we can get it with that one pass.
See, I love that kind of technology because somebody was like, listen, we're making people vacuum one spot 12 times.
Right.
Because it's missing all these spots. Why not put the fins in? That's why I said
it's
fins.
Genius.
It's absolutely genius, and you're not going to be sitting there trying to nurse your vacuum back to health every time you use it.
Right.
Yep.
And so you're getting all of this really great technology. Now, it wouldn't be that impressive if there was no suction, right? Because then we would just have piles of dirt everywhere. But that's the thing, with Shark, you expect the suction. And even though this is ultra lightweight, even though in the handheld where the motor is at, it's still gonna have that fantastic suction. So what I'm about to show you is the fact that I have a handheld right now. Right there though, as long as we're looking at this, that is that odor neutralizer. That's what's gonna guard against those odors. All right, so back to this demo. I'm pulling this out. I want you guys to see that my dustbin is pretty much full.
It's a good sized bin too, by the way.
It is, but what do you think happens when you have a full dustbin?
You lose power.
You lose power, you lose suction.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put that to the test because again, this is Shark and we pride ourselves on the amount of power we have. And I come down here.
Those
Those are real billiard balls. You hear how loud those are. I have 15 of them. So the test is, can this little handheld that is small but mighty do what the big dogs do, what our big Shark uprights do? Well, let's check it out. That is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 heavy billiard balls. And even when I shake it,
they don't want to come out.
They don't. I always joke, I'm like, anything near the Shark is attracted to it. It wants to stay in.
It eats things like a shark. It's what it does. And that's why and you know what I really love is the fact that I don't have to worry about it ever running out of power.
Yeah.
You know, then listen, there are people out there that love cordless vacs, there are people that like corded vacs, there are people that have both, like myself. I have each. I have a heavier, larger, corded vac when I have to do a lot of space, and then I'll have a stick vac when I want to do short baths, and that one's battery powered. But it's funny, it only works on the high setting for like 10 minutes.
Right, because you use all the battery.
I use all the battery.
Right.
This is full power all the time.
Yeah, you have exactly what you need all the time.
All the time.
And then we talked, you said you feel like sometimes things break, like almost like it's planned.
Right.
I like the fact that we've given you simplicity when it comes to this Shark vacuum. There's no LED screens, there's no electronics. It's very, very simple.
All you're gonna have. Need that stuff.
You don't. I mean, we're cleaning the
fun,
floor.
But,
All right, so we have our power button, and then on the other side, I can be on 1 for bare floors, which it very clearly labels it right here, or I can go up to number 2, which is labeled as carpet.
More power.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. And then I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna do exactly what I want my Shark to do. We're gonna cut through the stinky, we're gonna cut through the smelly. For all my pet owners out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about, whether it is that pet dust, dander, dirt that comes into your home. Maybe it's the pet food or the kitty litter. We're gonna roll over it.
One pass.
One pass cleaning. I know, and it makes such a difference. Again, we're not missing anything with bristles. We are using those PowerFins, basically scooping everything out of the way so that all that's left is a clean floor. And then with one push of a button, I'm gonna come along here and I'm just gonna start tackling I think this is like early New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Someone had a big party, or a crafter got a little too excited.
Look at how low it goes.
Low profile, under the table. I was actually using mine today with the maneuverability. I was going in and around the dining room chairs because, funny, I usually tell everyone that it's my children, but today it was my husband. There was just like a pile of crumbs that were underneath his seat. I was like, I'll just get that really quick. I leave mine out because number one, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I was able to get the Nordic blue before it sold out.
No, and it's a good size like any stick vac.
Yeah,
right?
and it's nice and petite. It's a great small footprint, so I just leave mine plugged in. So when I need it, it's always there. All right, now this is where we're gonna get into the easeability. I'm actually gonna leave it on. You can see this silver button. When I push this, it comes out.
So
very simple.
And it stands up.
And it stands up on its own. Now I can use my tools. When I told you that our messes don't just stay on the floor, I meant it. Because you guys know our messes are everywhere. So I can come along here with this upholstery tool and clean up the heavier, thicker things. Or I can get the things that usually scatter, that are a little bit more lightweight, but they all go right in here. Super, super easy to use.
And what's really nice is that a handheld, again, where the air vents out, it's not going to scatter anything because it's way up by your hand.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great point. I don't even think we've mentioned that point yet. All right, this is something else that's really cool. Number one, if you've seen stick vacs, it is not a guarantee with a stick that when you come here, yes, you can pull it out and you're probably gonna have a handheld, but it's not guaranteed that you're gonna get the wand. If you look down and you see this foot pedal right here, with a very simple, lightweight little push, I can pull out the stick.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, so how are you gonna use this?
You didn't bend over, you just popped it right out.
No, and I've had those too where you had to bend over and unclip it. Let me show you that one more time.
I have a cordless one, and
you guys see
you have
that
to get all the way down there and pop the top
pedal
off. Yep.
Yeah, no, look, so easy, right? So now what am I gonna do? Well, maybe I'm gonna put on my duster brush, which is over there right now. I can put my duster brush on, and I can come over here, and I can go ahead and I can dust all my drapes, right? Or maybe I'm gonna get into the vent system, and instead of trying to wipe it away and it falling on my face while I'm on a ladder, I can do it from here, and the Shark is gonna suck it up before it can ever fall on me. Or maybe I'm gonna run along where my sliding glass doors are, where sand likes to get stuck, and then I'm gonna be able to pick that up.
You should see the little baby doggy fur that's all over my house because she's short hair, and so you don't see it until it starts to gather and collect, and I'm like, oh my God, this stuff is everywhere. It's in every crack, every crevice. You don't even have to bend over to clean that. Guys, this is the emerald green. I have it available in the blue iris, and I have it available in black. All the extra tools come along with it. Black is the most limited. All right, that's gonna sell out first. One big feature that I love about this that my stick vac does not have is LED headlights.
Oh, yours doesn't have LEDs?
No, it doesn't have lights.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So when I go under the bed, I can't really see if
All right,
I'm
let me
getting
come on
anything.
over here. Actually, let me dump this really quick. Notice also that this does stand on its own. It's funny, I was reading some of our reviews about our other sticks, and someone's like, mine doesn't stand. I'm like, I promise you, they all stand. They all stand on their own. There is no hole that you have to put in the wall. You're not supposed to lay this down. You're definitely not supposed to lean it on everything. They all are gonna have this little hook on the side. I told you, Shark likes to label. It literally says hand vac storage hook. You come right down here.
So you know where it
goes. Also says hand vac storage hook, and it's gonna just hook right on like so.
That can go right into a closet.
Yeah, it's so tiny.
Literally.
It can actually, I was saying, it goes into my storage closet, and it's so short that it doesn't hit the wire racks.
Just as a handheld for 1 sec. I just want to see
Just the
something.
handheld?
Yeah, let me see it.
Yeah.
I had to do that. Oh my God. I mean, that is, wow. All right, sorry,
Some
Megan.
strong suction.
Because I like to see, I can tell by the feel.
That if it has real power.
You can tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
A guy can tell like that, like I had a white mark on my hand there. So that is super
There's
suction.
just such a different world between doing one of these events with any other host and doing it with this man right here. This guy is gonna get down and dirty. He's gonna play with everything. He's gonna look at all the pieces. It's really fun.
Because don't forget, I live alone. Danny moved out. I got a dog. I need to have stuff that really works. I'm one of those people, I hate when my house is dirty. You know, as a kid, I didn't care. But now I'm the only one there. And I got to tell you,
no one's cleaning up after you.
And I probably got to vacuum every day.
Yeah.
And what's nice about this is, by the way, you have a really super long cord on this
25 feet.
Yeah, so you could do your whole room without having to change out the outlets. And look at this. This is a test.
All right.
This is a hard floor.
Hard floor, snow, glitter. This is something that people try to avoid like the plague because they know if they get it in their house, it'll transfer from room to room to room. What I'm gonna show you is gonna blow your mind because now I've picked up all this mess. And if you're thinking like I was first thinking, that I would turn this off and I would kick this back and you would see a whole bunch of glitter stuck to this brush roll. No glitter,
nothing.
No snow. That means I'm not gonna be taking what's on the floor in this room and bringing it to other rooms and transporting it from over and over and over.
This floor looks like you polished it.
I know.
I mean, there is not one speck of dust.
It is those, I go like this. This is what I feel like those PowerFins do. They go and they scoop and they scoop and they scoop. Just like that.
I'm probably gonna buy one of these.
What color are you gonna get?
I don't know, I like the emerald.
The emerald's really pretty.
Well, you know why? Like I said, don't get me wrong, I love the convenience of my cordless stick vac. I love being able to pop it out for 30 seconds and get a mess. But I need to do real cleaning.
You need this.
What is this?
This is the pet power tool.
Does this come with it?
Yes, it does. This by itself is $53.
Fins.
Oh wait, so that
fins.
has more fins. That has the self-cleaning brush roll. It's just gonna pop right onto
On
this.
there?
Yeah, I think, oh, there it is.
Well, there's the value. That is a $50 item that we're giving you today. And we're taking 50% off, right? Off the price. It's half price if you want to pick it up today. Guys, a 129 stick vac is unheard of, especially one with unlimited power. And remember, and I will tell you this, and listen, I present a lot of different vacuums. And I always say everybody has one that they like or that they don't like. You go to retail, there's not one vacuum, there's 30.
Yeah.
So, but how I judge a vacuum, number one is power, because you want your vacuum to suck, literally. You want it to suck.
You want it to suck, but not suck.
I also like it to be ease. I like the ease of use. I like power steering, which this has.
Yep.
I love the light, but I also want to be able to do real deep down cleaning, and I can tell by that is more powerful than the stick vac
Look
that I
at the
have now.
swivel.
Yeah.
It's a
more powerful.
great little swivel. And one thing I didn't even mention yet, when I pop this off, this is also unusual that I can add my attachments to the bottom of the wand so that I can now use the crevice tool or the duster tool like I was saying for the vents. That's not a given. So it's not a given that you can have your wand, and it's not a given that you can use your wand with your attachments, but today you can have your wand and attachments and use them too.
You can, it's like
Dude,
having
I
your
tried.
cake.
I tried to do it.
You related it to my food show. No, guys, listen. You know the Shark reputation, and honestly, what really sets us apart is the fact that you have a powered, full-time power. It's not, you don't have to hit 3 different buttons to get low power, medium power, high power. It is full-time power. If you want real clean and you don't want to work as hard, and maybe you clean more than 20 or 30 minutes, then you should get a power vac. And Shark is a wonderful brand. And if you look at the price, I mean, guys, we carry cordless vacuums for $400, $500, $600. Wonderful product. But not everybody has that kind of money. And people are like, listen, I do a lot of cleaning, so I don't need just a quick clean. I have a pet, I have a dog, I have a cat. I want all the features that Shark has and those fins. That just, when you did that cleaning demo, that just blew me away.
It's crazy,
to show
right?
how much better it is than the brushes.
And I think we can say it's 2.5 better than our standard Shark.
Yeah.
Like that's a big difference. And I want you to see what makes it so special because we're gonna have a carpet's eye view of what's happening from underneath. So I have a clear glass table. Hello. And then from under here, there's a mirror so that you can really see what's going on. I'm putting this into stare mode, which is also really cool. The fact that I can put the handheld directly into the floor nozzle. I'll show you where that comes into play later. But right away, what you're seeing is that hair is not waiting for me to show up. It is quite literally jumping right in.
Wow.
And if you've ever had stubborn hair, like I cut my kid's hair in the bathroom, I know that when hair's on the floor, that it is actually gonna stick to the floor. So you need more than suction. That's when the fins come into play because then they go back over the glass and make sure that nothing was stuck behind, scooping it up, and then the suction can go back and do what it does.
There's not one hair left on this table. It didn't scatter. It didn't do any of that. Listen, if you like real deep down clean, you should consider this. This is a one-day deal. It was our today's special. We have a few of these left. We only have 3 colors. It's iris, blue iris, emerald green, which I'm going to buy after the show. I'm going to do it. I like it.
You're wearing green today, too.
I know, and I like it. I've always liked a corded vacuum because when I do vacuum, I usually go more than 20 or 30 minutes sometimes. Now that I'm by myself, I have the dog. There's fur everywhere. And having to worry about tangles and cleaning a brush roll. I don't have time for that. And you know what I love too, Megan? You're doing this in one pass. Crazy.
I am doing it at one pass, and it's funny because one of my old vacuum cleaners, it came with a little cutting tool, and I remember thinking, oh, that's so awesome. Now it's easier to cut away all the hair.
Yeah, great. They already know it doesn't work.
Today I go like this. I'm like, what was I thinking? Why didn't they have really amazing engineers like Shark who just figured out so that that tool wasn't even needed or necessary by creating this self-cleaning brush roll? Now that's the real magic. And I always say, leave it to Shark. Their engineers are always going above and beyond. Yeah. We have over 3,000 patents. We are such innovators that they keep listening to you. What are your problems? What are your issues? And then they just solve them.
28,760 sold so far.
Amazing.
Let me show you the colors one more time, because luckily I've got some time to spend with my lovely friend over here. So, if you want to get the blue, like Megan has, we have that available. It's called Blue Iris. I think I'm going to get that emerald green. Because it's Christmas time and it's got red and green. So I'm kind of a festive guy. It also comes in black. Everybody will get all the extra tools. So you get essentially, this is even good for like your mattress if you wanted to clean up your mattress and things like that. So you get this little attachment. You get the crevice tool. You get the powered tool, which is, if you got pets, and you got furniture, man, you need to get that, and then there's a bag to carry everything. Because
of the pet power tool, it almost feels like you don't need the upholstery tool. It's good to have, right? Because it doesn't have the motor, so it'll be really great on your delicate items. Maybe it's gonna be your fancy pillows that you get out seasonally. But my goodness, this guy right here, talk about putting him on the mattresses. I'm sorry, when I'm with Guy, I get gross, but dead skin cells and dust and things that you could be rolling in. You have guests coming over to your house. You do a once over on your mattress, and your guests think that they're staying at a hotel because your house, your room that they're in smells so much fresher. And by the way, this on itself is like $50, and you're getting that thrown in. So our regular price, our deal price was $259? You're gonna pay half that today. It is literally half price. If you get a brand new HSN credit card, we will take another $40 off the price, so you can get it home for $89, all right? You can use your one-time Jolly 20 code, which will give you $25 off instantly. So that drops it down to $104. Guys, where are you gonna find something like this from Shark with all the great updated features, with all the technology, the odor control, the fact that you're getting full power. It's not gonna just conk out on you after 30 minutes when the battery dies because it's corded. So if you have a medium to large home, you're gonna love that as well. It's funny, I don't know if we're ever gonna wind up selling full-size vacuums anymore because things like this, I know.
they're so powerful.
They're so powerful, and they have such a great footprint. You know, the big ones, they have a purpose, I suppose, especially when you deep clean, right? Because you're getting the really ginormous bins, so you don't have to dump them as much.
Well, it really depends on how much cleaning you have to do.
Right,
honestly.
But this is your everyday clean. Like, I can tell you that I use this every single day in my kitchen. My boys are at a point, you know my boys, they're 6 and 9, almost 7 and 9, and they're cooking their own food. By cooking, I mean they make peanut butter sandwiches.
That counts as
That's
cooking
a lot of crumbs.
Yeah.
A lot of crumbs. So truly, I am using this in my kitchen every single day. And then I probably do my carpets once a week. And there's a rug that we're always trampling on, so I do that every couple days. So I kind of have my rhythm of how I do things, but it's getting used every single day. Again, I keep telling you I use it in my kitchen all the time. The maneuverability, look at how that head just swivels back and forth. Imagine how many chairs you can go around. Imagine how many tables you can go under with that low profile, right? You can go in and around, and then you have that extra bonus of the odor neutralizer. So whatever the stinky, the smelly, the musty that is going into your dustbin, that odor neutralizer is going to guard against those odors so that you don't have to, so you don't have to smell them again. Have you smelled the puck before? Let me pop it out for you. Do you like the mountainy, fresh scents?
I'm kind of a mountain man.
You are a mountain man.
Yeah, I'm kind of a mountain man.
It smells yummy.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's not overpowering.
No, it's neutral.
Yeah.
But it has a little bit of a pine scent, which is kind of nice. It's kind of woodsy.
It is kind of woodsy.
Yep. By the way, here's how you do it. That's how it works.
Yeah, so when you pop it out, you'll see that there's little green arrows. Like I say, Shark, they show you everything, right? So you have those little arrows. You just have to find that arrow and you line it up here at the bottom.
Yep.
It's gonna pop in and then I dial it up for more or back from less. And I always like to tell people, you know, if you are someone that doesn't like scents and that you want no part of this, you can still have this amazing deal. You just don't use it. So you just pop this back in and you leave it like that.
I would use it all the time.
Well, I know, and most people do, but I also know that there's people that have crazy allergies because I have people like that in my own family. So I just like to say, don't let that stop you from getting an insane deal if that's something that you deal with on the daily.
Well, because, listen, vacuums get to have an odor after a while. What this helps to control that. And by the way, it's really about this demo you're gonna see right now. Hair is the hardest thing to get up. It's the enemy of every vacuum cleaner. One pass, watch, one back, passes back and forth.
No, and I mean, I can do this with 2 fingers. It's not like I'm...
Can I do it?
Yeah, go for it. You're not like jamming it into the carpet.
You know what's wonderful? Here, hold this for me.
Yeah.
You know what's
hey,
wonderful?
Everybody,
you know
I'm Guy.
Yeah, you act like a big crazy person. I can feel it sucking down on the rug. Like I can
very
feel
strong.
it.
Yes.
It's very, very powerful. So, I mean, and look at that. Look at this.
Okay, I want everyone to notice this too. I go really slow so that you're really seeing everything getting picked up. But look at Guy. He's vacuuming like he normally would at home.
Here's how I would normally vacuum. You ready?
Up and back. Yeah.
Done.
Done.
That's it.
You can do it fast. We just like that artistic.
Ooh, I like that little thumb control right there too. That makes it nice.
It's exactly where your hand is at. And then again, with what you just did, let me just pop this up. And because it's so lightweight, like I can do it no problem.
Well, you're a very strong young woman, but
I carry children on the daily too. But it's less than 10 pounds.
10 pounds.
All that you just did.
All right, we are very, very busy.
Okay.
It always takes about 15 minutes, which is good. Well, listen, it's holiday. You know how much cleaning you're going to be doing over the next probably 2 or 3 months because we got New Year's.
Unfortunately, I do.
We got Valentine's Day. We got St. Patty's Day. We got all these holidays grouped together. You're going to want a machine you can trust. This is it. Now, you don't have to pay for this all at once. We have a thing called FlexPay here, so you can split up the payments $43. And remember, one of your payments can almost be paid if you use an HSN credit card for the first time because we'll give you $40, dropping the price to $89.99, guys. There's no shipping on this. We will ship it out to you. I'll make a deal with you. It's not my deal, it's actually HSN's deal, but I'll do it anyway. You can use this vacuum the rest of December, and you can use this vacuum all of January. If you don't love it, I want you to return it. Remember, Shark has been with us for a long, long time, and not because it's not a one-trick pony. We don't want to sell you once, have you unhappy, because we want to create customer base. If you don't love it, if it's not everything Megan said it was, you can return it at the end of January and get a full refund. My feeling is you're going to be like, you know what? I love the full power. I'm a corded guy or gal. I love always having power. I don't want to deal with that. I love having headlights. And if you don't mind, if you could do underneath some of those sofas. I want everybody to see. I know I'm going off here. I'm going off the grid here. There are lights on this, so when you are going under the bed,
can they get me over here?
Yeah, I think they can. Watch. Give it a
Where'd
little turn.
Where'd it go? There it is.
It actually,
look at those lights.
You can see under the couch. How are you supposed to see a dust bunny in the dark?
And I'm going under and in between all the legs.
That is impressive.
And look at this table too. This table is it's pretty cool. But I can go underneath, right? And then I can maneuver around and hug those corners and go under and around. It's really nice.
Stay where you are because we're going to lower the lights. And
you want to see the lights?
I'm going to have you come behind.
Yeah, let's do it.
This one over here.
Oh, this is fun and different.
I know. Well, you know me. They're probably up there yelling at me, Jesus, Guy, why do you got to turn the lights off?
Is this where you want me?
All right, I'm going to get out of your way. Let me get out of your way. So imagine the lights go out, right? You need to clean. We're waiting a minute. We'll wait till the lights come down. Should be any second. Here we go. Now, how are you supposed to vacuum dirt if you can't see it? That is brilliant. Look at how bright it is underneath there. And even if it's in just average light, you're going to be able to see where you're going. Thank you, Megan. Sorry I made you do things you don't normally do.
No, it's fun.
But to me...
I'm laughing because you said when the lights go out, but then the power won't work.
I have so many, my house, 90% of the electrical's no good from the hurricane.
Oh, no.
I'm still waiting on that. Yeah, so I've got extension cords running everywhere.
I just don't turn the lights on. I just open up the door and start vacuuming in the dark.
I have a giant king-size bed, right?
Yeah.
And it is only about this high of clearance underneath it. You can't put a regular vacuum under there.
No, not at all.
That lays almost flat, and I'll be able to see the dust.
Okay.
I'll know I'm actually vacuuming.
You're the only one that can appreciate this because I didn't know this was gonna happen. You see all that white stuff? That's not our demo, that's from underneath the couch.
Ew.
Because I put a brand new one in there for this hidden dirt demo.
So look at this.
You guys, all this white stuff was literally underneath the couch just now. Like not part of our demo plan at all.
Right, so that was just resting. Look at that thing. So obviously,
I can only imagine what else is under there.
We've learned two things. One, it really works great in the dark, and two, they need to vacuum once in a while underneath there. That is just nasty. Ah. Anyway.
All right, so well, that's perfect because it brings me to this hidden dirt right here. So right here, we look at this carpet, and if you and I were to look at this, or I suppose over here,
It looks pretty clean.
We'd say it looks clean. And oh, I need my bid. So we would probably just kind of let it go another day or two.
And by the way, if you're maybe a hope-to-be, wannabe mom, buy carpet this color.
Oh, 100%.
You still have to vacuum it, but...
No, but the reason why we buy this color is because we don't want to have to clean it more often,
That's why we don't buy a white sofa.
Yep, so I'm just basically doing one pass right here, and I'm gonna bring this over.
Where are you going?
And I'm gonna come right to the front.
Okay.
But I need this piece of paper so you can see this. So this is my challenge to you. Vacuum your carpet. What you think is clean may not be as clean as you think it is. You just don't know what's underneath here. And I'm telling you, these PowerFins, what they're gonna do is they're gonna separate your carpet fibers and allow that strong Shark suction to go deep into the things that have been there for a really long time. Especially if you moved into a new place, if you're in an apartment, you're gonna be pulling out stuff that most likely doesn't even belong to you because it's been in there for so long. This is also where those musty odors usually come from, is the stuff from deep down. See, he's using his finger. I always request to have a pencil.
I'm not gonna touch you, I promise, not until after I wash my hands. But listen, what you have down in here is basically sand. Sand, if you look at sand under a microscope, it's like they look like little knives. And that's what chops up these carpet fibers. So you gotta remove that sand, because if you walk on a carpet that has that in it, it basically works like scissors, and it ruins your carpet.
It does, it makes it dull and it cuts at it.
Yep, and your feet get nasty. So,
grossness.
All right, what else?
So this is that stair mode that I told you about. So this is really cool. The fact that we can take our handheld and we can put it right into the base. So I put it in just like that, turn it on. Notice that this is the most perfect width. So it's the exact same size as my stair. That is a good thing. You don't want it to hang over your stair because that puts extra weight on your own wrist. This is nice and small and short. What that means for you is that you don't have to be nervous or scared about a large upright unit falling on top of you. So it gives you that safety of knowing that everything's gonna be okay. And then, once again, whether you're going upstairs or downstairs,
look at how easy she
you
does
just
this.
pop all this back together. And I want you to look at this rug, because this totally groovy, super fun rug was not meant to be so dull and brown. Literally, with one pass, I am bringing that vibrant colors. Look at that blue and those oranges. I'm bringing it back because it's just one of those high traffic areas. What a difference does that make?
I'm shocked.
Amazing.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy the emerald one.
Yay!
I'm gonna take it home.
Yes, and do the Shark challenge.
I'm gonna do the challenge. Now my dog has a dog bed, the big fluffy dog bed in front of the fireplace.
I gotcha.
And then I have a huge area rug. I'm gonna take the dog bed away, and I'm gonna use the vacuum I have now, and I'm gonna do the entire thing. And I'll be judicious about it. I'll hit it all. Then I'm gonna get my Shark, and I'm gonna do the exact same demo.
Yes.
If I have a you-know-what load of skunk in that container, I'm going to be very, very, very happy.
You're going to feel very
And I'll
confident
also
you made
be
the
like,
right.
dang, I've been walking on dirty carpets for a while. So this is the...
That's going to be the pet tool. So you're going to want to use that if you're using your handheld. And then we're giving you the Crevice tool too. With those pet beds, or yesterday we were selling the Ploffle.
Yeah, I saw that. The big...
When you get into those creases,
is that for people or for pets?
It's for both.
My dog would never get out of it. And I would never get in it.
I've heard that people don't get out of it either.
That's what I
it's
heard
so comfortable.
Too, but
you need to get into all of those nooks and crannies, so you have to have a Crevice tool, and we're giving you that. All right, where do you want me? Because I know we only have 2 minutes left. What is your favorite demo? I have a whole bunch of stuff I can show you. I can also try to do all of it in less than 2 minutes.
You know what? I'd like to see that hardwood floor again.
Okay, let's do it.
Because that is, guys, just coming close. And thank you. Your crew, the crew is amazing.
They
Look
are.
they even made Christmas
look at
trees.
these sweet little,
But
they have
I want you to
ornaments.
look how, not only how much, but look at how deep this is. Watch, I'll just put my finger through. Guys, that is a lot. I mean, look at this. That is a lot of funk and gunk. And Megan's gonna do this in one pass.
All right, I'm gonna start on the side. I'm gonna get all those little furries and dust bunnies, get them all sucked in. We have edge-to-edge cleaning, which I absolutely love, especially in the kitchen under the toe kick. I'm gonna get the herbs, the spices, the bigger things like the sprinkles that will roll away.
The sprinkles didn't scatter.
Look at the herbs. I have a line of precision. Look at the sprinkles, a line of precision. This is, I don't know what this is, sawdust. Maybe it's gonna be powder from cooking, like flour. And then we get into what Guy was just talking about. And in one pass, again, I'm going slow. I want you to see all of those pieces of snow are just flying inside.
That's
and
nuts.
those brush rolls are just